On the day his Secretary of State Mike Pompeo was guarding the world to rise up against the tyranny of the Chinese President Xi Jinping, US President Donald Trump dialed his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin to discuss the inclusions of Beijing in future talks on the strategic arms control, oil security and Iran developments. According to diplomats based in Washington and Moscow, this was President Trump's fifth call to President Putin in the past 2 months, as Russian Federation is the key to holding a rampaging China accountable in the long-term interests of the global peace.
While the US President Donald Trump understands the importance of Russia in handling Beijing, he faced stiff resistance from the Cold Warrior and anti-Trump activists in Washington who still see Moscow, not China, as the enemy number one. President Trump's conversation on Iran was to dissuade President Putin from supporting Tehran, who wants to join hands with China for a long-term anti-US alliance. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, on his part, virtually appended the 1970s Nixon-Kissinger doctrine of engaging China in the belief that Beijing ruler would assimilate in the Global Committee of Nations. The Nixon-Kissinger engagement of China was at the cost of US relations with India, as Washington held New Delhi responsible for the division of Pakistan in 1971 and moved the USS Carrier's Enterprise in opposition to the move, by saying that his past army record during the Cold War taught him that communists always lie. Secretary Pompeo made it clear that the new mantra with Beijing was distrust and verify, refitting President Ronald Reagan's trust but verify slogans vis-a-vis Soviet Union through the 1980s to present-day China. General Secretary Xi Jinping is not destined to tyrannize inside and outside of China forever unless we allow it. Maybe it is time for a new grouping of like-minded nations, a new alliance of democracies, Pompeo said. Pompeo said he wasn't advocating containment because the challenge facing the US and the world from China was more complex. The USSR was closed off from the free world. Communist China is already within our border, he said. Identifying China as a clear and present danger, Mike Pompeo turned President Nixon's statements that world cannot be safe until China changes on its head, saying that the world must change the Chinese Communist Party and the China will change us, as it is happening in Taiwan, Hong Kong and Xinjiang. Following up on US National Security Advisor Richard O'Brien, FBI Director Chris Wray and Attorney General William Barr's caustic remark on China, Secretary Pompeo has set the agenda for the dawn of a new Cold War. The last one ended with the disintegration of the erstwhile Soviet Union in 1991. Only this time the enemy is China. Bureau Report.